Good morning, students. I hope that everyone is doing well and you guys are making it through this wonderful time of social distancing. So what we're going to be doing today is practicing finding the counterclaim. As I mentioned in our previous lesson, I think that we really need to practice finding the counterclaim in a passage because this is like the big new thing for you guys in the seventh grade. So this is the new vocabulary, right? And so this is going to be difficult for some of you. I've noticed that it has been difficult for some of you. And so even if if you do feel like you're very practiced in finding the counterclaim, it's always good to get more practice because we want to practice makes perfect, right? So we want to build up those brain muscles. So the directions for today are you're just going to read each passage carefully, identify the counterclaim, and then write it out beside the passage. So I want you to write out the full sentence. So a couple of quick reminders before we get started. If you are going to submit a Google Slides assignment, you have to click on this share button, and then you have to click on get shareable link, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So you will click on get shareable link, and then it'll say link copied to the clipboard, and then that's what you need to do to have it pulled up. Okay, if you are doing this on a PowerPoint, then you will need, if you downloaded the PowerPoint version, then you will need to save it and then upload it into Canvas. Okay, so the way I like to think about, so remember, claims and counterclaims. So the difference between a claim and a counterclaim is that a claim is the author's argument that they are trying to prove, right? They're trying to convince you. It's their opinion on an issue. The counterclaim is the opposite of that opinion. It is the opposing side and all the reasons that the opposing side might have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to our first question here. So I'm going to read the short passage. So it says, again, thinking about, okay, first, what's the topic / issue? And second, what is the author's opinion on that topic? Because then I have to go back and find the opposite of that, right? So all schools should have iPads for each student. iPads are so beneficial to students because of how advanced technology is becoming. Many argue that schools should not have iPads because they do not have as many features as computers have. They can also have technology problems and be a distraction to the students. There are a lot more people who are for iPads. So first and foremost, we have to figure out, okay, what is the claim? So the claim has to do with the issue. So what's the issue? Well, they're talking about technology in schools. And what is this person saying that should be done? What's their opinion? What's their argument? Well, it seems like their argument is that schools should have iPads for each student because they're beneficial. So then, now that I know what the claim is, now I have to find the counterclaim. So what would be the opposite? Well, the opposite of having an iPad is not having an iPad. So what are the reasons or things that they're saying that means that we should not have an iPad? And then we're going to type that over here. Okay. So remember, counterclaims and claims have nothing to do with your opinion because you are not the writer. If you're the writer, then the claim and counterclaim have to do with you. But in this case, we're not writing this. We didn't write this piece of text, so it's not about us, right? So where does it talk about not having an iPad? Well, it says many argue that schools should not have iPads because they do not have as many features as computers. So that's a counterclaim. So many argue that schools should not have iPads because they do not have as many features as computers have, right? So that is the counterclaim. We could even go so far as to continue and say they could also have technology problems and be a distraction to students. But we're just going to leave it like that. So that's our first counterclaim, right? So this is your example. So then number 2, so number 2, again, the first thing you need to figure out is what is the issue here, and then you need to figure out what is the author's claim, because once you find the claim, then it's easy to find the opposite. So here we go. Amazon Prime is a membership through Amazon that guarantees orders to be delivered in only 2 days. Amazon Prime is a very convenient shopping experience. Nearly half of the US households have an Amazon Prime membership. People are against Amazon Prime because they don't order from Amazon a lot and do not want to pay $70 for the annual fee. So obviously, the topic is Amazon Prime and the membership. So what is the claim? Well, it seems to me that this person thinks that Amazon Prime is super convenient and it's a very good thing. So then you need to go in and find the opposite. So what is the counterclaim? What might somebody who believes the opposite of that think? And then you need to go ahead and type it over here now. Okay. So if you want to just go ahead and type that, you can pause the video here. Otherwise, I'm going to move on. So question number 3. Pokemon Go is a popular app that had its debut in the summer of 2016. Players can navigate around the world to catch different Pokemon. Another great feature is that players can battle their Pokemon at Pokemon Go gyms. Users argue that Pokemon Go is dangerous because others can see your location and people have gotten into trouble from the game. It's easy to say Pokemon Go is a very exciting game. So again, the topic here, excuse me, I need to plug in my laptop. So the topic here is obviously Pokemon Go. Now, you have to figure out, what does the author believe about, what does the author believe that, about Pokemon Go? And then you need to find the opposite and type out the counterclaim. Okay. Number 4. Big Macs are the world's most amazing burger. The 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a sesame seed bun are pure joy for consumers. Big Macs are known for their quote-unquote special sauce, which consists of a Thousand Island taste. Some refuse to indulge in this burger because they are nearly 563 calories. Nonetheless, Big Macs are a top seller at McDonald's. So again, this I give you any information. I want you and reread and practice one, and then type out the counterclaim. So that's number 4. If you want to answer the question, go ahead and pause now, but I'm going to continue on. Number 5. Steve Jobs created innovative electronics such as the iPhone, iPad, and Mac computers. He has built a reputation for his products, selling nearly 575 million iPhones alone. Apple sells the best electronics out there. Many Apple users believe that Apple has the absolute best customer support. Others believe that brands like Samsung are better than Apple because of their easier Wi-Fi. Okay, so go ahead, think about what the issue is, think about the author's claim, and then find the opposite, which would be the counterclaim, and go ahead and type it here now. Pause the video so you can answer the question, and I'm going to move on. Number 6. Snapchat is one of the most popular social media outlets today, with nearly 158 million daily active users. It is used by all age groups and in different places around the world. There are 9,000 snaps sent per second. While many people love Snapchat, some believe that only seeing a picture for 10 seconds is not worth it. Snapchat has a lot of exciting features coming soon. So think about the issue, think about the claim, and then find the counterclaim in the passage and type it over in the box. Pause the video here to answer your question, but I'm going to keep going. Number 7. In any election, it is very important to vote. Everyone's voice needs to be heard to make sure our future is decided by the people. In the past election, 138,884,643 people voted. Some people refused to vote because they do not like the candidates or do not register to vote. 92,671,979 people did not vote in the 2016 presidential election. So again, think about the issue, think about the claim, and then find its opposite, which is the counterclaim. Type it in the box now. Pause the video. I'm going to continue. Number 8. A lot of schools have a dress code that involves wearing uniforms. Students love uniforms because there are no endless outfit choices, but rather one uniform that is worn every day. Uniforms are also liked because no one is able to stand out. Not all students like wearing uniforms to school because they have no choice in their clothes. Overall, there are many pros to uniforms. All right. Think about the issue, think about the author's claim, their argument, and then find its opposite, which is the counterclaim, and type it over here. Pause the video now to answer the question, but I'm going to keep going.